Go ahead.
Never mind, I got it. All
Okay.
right, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I need to catch this. I think Angie had one, two already on tape, and I think Richard might. So listen. So the company, Mr. Sites comes in and he say, listen, I want y'all to know that people that call this business now a pyramid scheme, where he said pirate scheme, if anybody calls this a pyramid scheme, no, it's a pyramid scheme he was actually talking about. Listen, I ain't making fun of him. I just love the way he get them jokes. I get words mixed up all the time. Lord knows I ain't making fun of nobody. So what am I saying? When he said that he's going to take um the company, the bank, the gold standard bank, right? That that was bought with the money to create, to help move the ecosystem. It's gonna go public. Yeah, public. Let me explain what public is. Public is they going to the exchanges, the stock exchange, the Nasdaq, the S&P, the London Market Exchange, the Frankfurt Stock Exchange, the Germany Stock Exchange, Singapore Stock Exchange. When he said they're going there, now I'm gonna give you the first five. I don't know what order. I'm just gonna tell you what the first two ones is. I don't know the other order, and they can't say but so much right now. So watch this. They're taking a company, they're putting it on the stock exchange, listing it as a IPO, initial public offering. Is when a company say, I'm gonna open this business up to the public. And when they do that, they're going on platforms that's all people do is invest their money. That's all they do. You don't have to sit down and talk to them. Man, don't you think it's a good idea to take your money and put it in gold? Man, come on, man. That makes sense. You ain't got to do none of that. He said, once he go public, the pyramid scheme word you will never use ever again. Because what we about to do, it will never be considered a pyramid scheme ever again. You'll never have nobody tell you that again, and you'll never have to worry about asking that question. Now, let me tell you, that's a great thing. But let me tell you what else going to happen. What else going to happen is that, and it's kind of like it's a good thing. Let me say it's a good thing. We're going on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange, right? Small but known. It's known everywhere. So, that's a great thing. And then they say the second one is going to be the London. Now, London have several. And I hope I ain't losing y'all. Listen, exchanges is just platforms like Karatbars. It's where it's where buy, trade, and sell, where the market is. That's what it's considered. So you'll hear the market using the S&P, the Nasdaq. That's the stock exchange, same as the market. Just think about a grocery store. They have all these different things. You can go and get fresh meat. You can go in there and get crab legs. You can go in there and get pastries. Just think about the different markets, and that's just us. That's inside of the market or the exchange. So when I say we going to the public stock exchange, it's the worldwide exchange that's running on channel CNN News every morning, showing you where stock is, where companies are, with what companies is doing and how it's affecting their stock. What stock is shares that people own all over the world. It's where the banks create IRAs, 401ks, mutual funds. These are little institutions, financial institutions that look for ways to take their money to invest. What do you think will be the best thing that they will love to sink their money into now? The fastest growing enemy, the most disruptive industry right now, one that's just changed. It created millionaires and billionaires and only been around for 10 years live. um, like, that's unbelievable. I'm talking about cryptocurrency. I'm talking about Mr. Site said he's going to take the gold standard bank and take it to the public and make it regulated. So now we got a cryptocurrency bank that's regulated by the governments or the stock, yeah, by the governments. What do that say? All the institutional money is coming because now they got security. They think they good because of stock, and they are because they grabbing stock up in a company like Gold Standard Bank. That's the first cryptocurrency regulated bank that's going to allow you to get loans or against your coins. Man, this is bananas. You're gonna be able to get credit cards. Matter of fact, you're gonna be able to get credit cards and get paid on the fees. Y'all ain't listen. So listen. He said we going to the stock exchange, Frankfurt, London, and then I don't know how it's gonna go. It's gonna be either NASDAQ, Singapore, or Brazil. I'm not for sure how it's gonna go, but it's gonna go in some of that order. The bottom line is that it's going mainstream. And Mr. Sites stood up on the stage himself and said, you guys got 2.5 months and it's done. They're going to actually take the phone, the laptops, the ATMs, and create a business. I mean, not create, but take it and put it in every shop, every mall, every state in the United States, and where every state, every country going to have these franchise stores like Apple. Did y'all hear what I said? Franchise stores like Apple. Now, we don't own a lot of money that we can go ahead and get 10 franchise stores and put them all around the world. But there is some people that do. And those the guys that you don't want to be in before you make sure you put your feet in. You make before you actually tell everybody you possibly can. So listen, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give it up for Angie and well I'm gonna let Judith go first, and then I'm gonna let you go first, next Richard, and then you Angie. But let me just share this, y'all. I met some men that we was coming down, and when we was coming down, when I was coming down the elevator, I was talking to Rodney, and I was sharing with him where did I see we were at and what I heard, and I was telling him, man, we don't have no time right now. And so when I was walking down, coming out the elevator, two guys had pulled me. I was talking to someone. Two guys said, "Hey, Crypto Steve, I want to talk to you." And so I'm looking at him like one got a little yarmulke on his head. He's a Jew. Nothing wrong. I love Jews. If it wasn't for the Jews, we wouldn't be grafted in. So I love Jews. So I'm saying this. The other guy had a hat on. The guy started talking, saying, "Hey, yeah, Crypto Steve, I got some guys that I need you to sit down and help explain this. You know, that a couple of my friends, we Wall Street guys." And he started telling who he was. He said, I've been in the Wall Street industry for 30 years. I'm a broker, I'm a Wall Street guy. And this is my friend, and he's a broker, and he's been in the industry as long as well. We just both spent we've been in since August. We just spent a couple of $100,000. I spent 100, he spent 100, and about 5 of our other friends, we done already spent about $1 million. Now, I want y'all to understand what I'm saying. Instantly, I had to say, man, I need you to talk to my group men and women here that's leaders that need to hear this. And I need you to tell them who you are. And I brought them over and I let them to share. What am I saying, y'all? I'm saying this. We don't have long. When the brokers, the middlemen, when the investors, when the hedge funds, the venture cap, when they come in, they swooping up all the coins and they're going to chill. Just like Mr. Hype did last year. He did the same thing last year at the end of the ICO of KBC. He came in and spent $100 million and the coin was sold out. Had to go in the process of going into the exchange. When those type of people come in, it's going to be a little hard because they're going to soak all the coins up, and you only had 2 months before we hit public. So y'all understand where I'm going? Those guys going to come in and they're going to swoop up as many as coins they can. I'm going to tell you what they are. They're whales. The whales are coming. They're going to swallow as much as they can up. And if that don't hurt you, you only got 2.5 months before it go public. So with that, I just wanted to let y'all know where we stand. You don't have time to worry about the no. You don't have the time to worry about how you feel, what's going on. Should I talk to him? That shouldn't even be in your vocabulary right now. You shouldn't even be talking about that. You should be focused on one thing. I got to share as much as I can so I can make sure that me and my family in place. So listen, I don't know what you're going to do for information. This is huge. I'm going to let them share. It's a lot more. I'm going to let them share. So go ahead, Angie. You want to go first?
No, you can let Judith go first, then Richard, and I'll go last.
Judith, I just want you to talk about your what you got in Germany. I'll come back to you. Richard, can you go? I know it's on the spot. You got to unmute him.
Yeah, I can. Give me 1 second. Let me turn my video on. Sorry, I just got home, folks, driving from Atlanta.
Wow.
So, yeah, well, I was a blast because let me just tell you something, folks. Just from the Let's Go weekend, I've been driving from Atlanta since this morning. I've probably talked to 10 different prospects from Georgia to Florida along the 75 corridor that are super excited about this opportunity of Karatbars. Folks, I just want to let you know, man, you need to run with this thing. We got 2.5 months. We got to run with it. So Steve was talking about that opportunity. And, you know, I was sitting there. I was sitting there with Angie and a few other folks. And when these two men came and sat down, Steve brought them over and they started to share their story. They talked about how they were a part of Wall Street for, one guy said, about 30 years. And he honestly said to us, listen, I've dropped, he said, first off, this is what amazed me, folks. He said, I've only been with Karatbars for a few weeks, but when we found out that we could buy gold-backed cryptocurrency for as low as 14 cents, and then depending on what package and how much you spend, to about 3 cents, he said, we just burned up and ate that up because we have been looking for a cryptocurrency that was backed by a physical asset. That's what he said. And he said, then we started meeting a few people. We started to come to Karatbars. And when we found out that we could buy gold, he said that was a whole nother game changer for us. He said, I dropped about 100 G's in. I got about 10 of my friends. We already dropped $1 million into the industry of Karatbars. That's what he was telling us. I'm like, okay. And then when he started to talk about what Dr. Seitz was saying and the impact that it would have on us as affiliates or anybody in the business right now, he said, when it goes public, literally, in essence, folks, it's game over because Wall Street, Main Street, anybody with wealth, anybody with money will see the potential and the possibilities, and they're going to just run in and start eating up as much as they can. So, you know, for us, just to, you know, and Steve was there, Angie was there, Dr. Dominique was there. There was a lot of us there sitting there in this group. And let me tell you something, what was amazing about it is not only was it a phenomenal experience that these two guys just showed up out of nowhere in the middle of the hotel when we were all just kicking it. And we had been just discussing some of these things prior to that, where the potential it could go. But let me tell you something, when they begin to speak, it was like the whole hotel just started to turn and try to listen in to what we were talking about over there. Everybody, I'm talking about people at the bar that weren't even Karatbars affiliates, started peeking and wanting to hear what was going on. So I don't know what to call that. It was just a phenomenal experience. But, you know, that was my thing with the Let's Go weekend, was just that, because, you know, everything I heard up to that point, everything I heard Dr. Seitz say to us, and if you listen, like I was telling a young lady last night when we were sitting around after those men walked away, Dr. Seitz has been dropping hints to us since Dubai, folks. You say, what do you mean, Rich? What do you mean? Listen, every time that Dr. Seitz hit the stage, all he kept telling was us, buy more coin, buy more coin, buy more coin. This is a man that's 10 years down the road ahead of us. He's a visionary. He already knows where we're going as a company, and he's already steering a shift. Remember, he's been telling us for months to buy more coin. He knew this day was going to come. He knew where we were going to hit as a company. So if there's anything that me and you need to be doing right now, is we got a little less than 2.5 months, and hopefully it makes it to December. Hopefully somebody doesn't come in and try to buy up everything real fast, but we have about 2.5 months to get more coins and to get this business going and getting our K merchant in place. We need to be working on the K merchant too, but I mean, folks, that's just where we're at, because we knew this day was going to come. If me and you were honest, we knew this day was going to come. We thought it was the hard fork. We thought it what it was, but we knew the day would come. That's about all I got, Steve. We cool? You got to take your mic on. I got to hear you, bro. I can't hear you. Your mic's muted.
Hey, nah, man, that was excellent. I appreciate you taking your time to share. I know it was on the spot. I just want to get just not my voice. I want you guys to know that, you know, we all was there and we heard it. I want to get it used to us sharing what we heard back to the people that could not made it, and, you know, the people that that wasn't there, or people that might not been. I stepped out one time and didn't hear what Mr. Tybest said. So it's anything. I just want everybody to hear what took place. But man, the thing that really hurt me, and I ain't even say this. Who do you think a Wall Street guy? What type of people you think they hang around? They hang around other people like themselves. That either Wall Street guys, and know who you think their clients was when they was working on Wall Street. All the investors, all the people that got money. So that's just like gonna really hurt if we take our time. If not, I mean, reality is everybody that's on this call can easily, you'll be good. You'll be good. You got the mask on you. You like this. You good. But will everybody else that's connected divinely, somebody that you know that you don't even know yet that need it. And it ain't even got to come from you. It can come from your sister, cousin, brother that just signed up because he was tired. You keep saying it. And then he told his friend signed up. And then he told Julie, and then she signed up. And then Rob told me. And then we just went. I mean, she told Rob, and Rob told me. And then I told, man, who knows? Like, this thing can blow up for somebody. It can change some lives. So, with that, I'm gonna go ahead, pass it over. Angie, or okay, Rob, you wanna go or you wanna go? Can you go now?
Yeah, I can go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. Good evening, everyone. The Let's Go, if I'm gonna speak on the Let's Go event,
Yes.
I say, man, it was impactful in a way that if you weren't there, it'd be hard to put into words, because you know how we like to say, you know, you can't mail in a haircut, you gotta have your in the seat. So it's kind of like you had to be there to really get the depth of what was said. But you know, thank God for you, Steve, and other and other people who want to come back and share it with those who need to really hear this. I've been listening, honestly, for the past few months to some people who are, I give them credit to be more knowledgeable in that area than I am. They follow it, such as you, Steve, Judy, Emmett. I see you on here. I listen to a lot of people who follow the money and look at and study what the rich people or the wealthy people are doing. Even people like Judy, who's been around it and been in that industry. So it wasn't at all surprising to me to hear Mr. Seitz get on stage, and the hints that, like Richard was saying, the hints that he was dropping, just like Steve Seitz said, do they hit you with a pyramid? He called it a pyramid scheme, but he meant pyramid. And then he went in straight into talking about franchising. And he was right on the cusp, I would say, of saying things that he probably know he can't say and he won't. but he gave you just enough to light a fire under you, to let you know. And he doing it probably legally. He probably can't tell you everything, but his heart is in the right place, and he wants you to get moving. So he's giving you enough to let you know that, hey, you got to go do what you got to do right now to position yourself. And I know everybody on this stream, and I've talked to several of you who struggle with other people because you're a good person and you're emotionally attached to them. But hey, look, position yourself. Put your oxygen mask on now. Then, come back and help them if we can. I decided on the plane ride back, Angie, after I talked to you in the airport, honestly, after I got up this morning, I'm no longer emotionally attached to anybody that does not want to do this. And what I mean by emotionally attached is I will empathize with them, but I'm not going to feel sorry, because I'm talking to adults, and if they making their mind up just like I'm making my mind up, and somebody has to miss it. I don't want you to miss it, but take this, and I'm going to close with this. There's lessons in losing. Jim Rohn said that. Now, Jim Rohn would say, I earnestly want you to lose, because there's lessons in learning. You will learn from losing. The unfortunate part about this is they're going to lose so big. Family and friends are going to lose so big, they might not never talk to us again, but it won't be our fault. It will not be our fault. So what I'm telling everybody here on this stream, Steve came on, and I called a few of you, told you to get on. Position yourself. Make sure you're okay. Put your oxygen mask on. Put the oxygen mask on your family. And then, like Steve said, let's get everybody else. But don't waste your time just trying to haggle with people. If they don't see it, man, they don't see it. It's not for them. So with that, I'll give it back to Steve.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. Can you hear me? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Man, thank you, Rob. And Rob is you guys know this guy's gold director now. Yeah, that's what happened. It's infectious. When you around success, you become successful. And listen, I want y'all to know, everybody on this call, and I want you to tell everybody you tell, I don't care if you do anything. I don't want you to do nothing you don't want to do. I'm not trying to get you to do nothing, beg you, want you. I don't care what you do. I would love for you to do the right thing. But if you don't, that's cool. And I'm saying this is what you tell everybody you share this with. I want you to, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to who you going to be talking to that say, but yeah, ain't it this? Say, man, listen, before they say anything, just to let you know, sir, ma'am, Miss, Tim, Bill, I don't care what you do, but I got to tell you this. So when you hear it again, you know I shared it with you first. Bottom line is, you don't have to do anything, but I gotta share it and send them whatever, get their contact information, or if you don't already have it. But I'm saying that's what you tell people. I don't care what you do. It doesn't make me any difference. This might not be for you. You have to take it. You know what that do for you? That gives you off the hook of feeling like you're in the begging position. I don't care what you do. You see, guess how many people I got? I told the dude in the airport at the shop. Listen, I'm not asking you, getting you when you do anything, but this is what I want to tell you. You see all these other stores? I'm going to every last one of them. I'm going to tell them. And if they like you, don't worry, because I'm going to get to every store in here. And then I'm going to tell them. So I'm not that, what that say is that speaks from authority. Like, you don't have control over whether or not you don't have control over me, because I don't care whether or not you do it or not. So you don't have control over me. All right, just saying that. So I'm gonna keep it going, moving, and I don't want to keep talking. So Angie, I'm gonna go ahead and let you share. We just can't waste no time right now. We'll come back and get them later. But so for Angie, I'm gonna go ahead and let you close out. I want y'all to understand that Angie is doing extremely well. I mean, she was here at the event. I'm glad she heard what we heard. She's been on fire since we left, talking to people that's very significant. And I ain't saying nobody don't have nobody significant, but I'm talking about I would say social media they well, not just social media, everywhere. They have a platform, so they well known on social media and all the other platforms. Or he's a comedian. This guy actually ready to get rocking, and I'm telling y'all that we got to find those type of people. We got to find. See, so listen, the two Jews that got started. But I'm not gonna keep saying Jews. Isaac and his friend, they actually was sponsored by two. I think I want to say Philippine, Jane and Aunt and August, her husband. So watch this. They sponsor them. We call them the Black Dot family. If I show y'all their organization, y'all it blow y'all mind. They got all black dots. Nothing else. Black dots. They got a couple of blue. But if you ain't black, you blue. That's how they going. But Angie, I'm gonna go ahead and let her pull up. I want y'all to know that she's doing extremely well. And so Angie, if you can go ahead and take over and lead us out.
Hold on one second. Judith, she wants to say something right quick.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So you can turn it over to Judith first, and then I'll close out.
Yeah, we got about 5 minutes.
It won't take.
Yeah, we all Judith, we hear you. You go ahead.
But I foresaw several months ago that there would possibly be an IPO, that they was going to do an initial filing, then the prospectus will come out. Companies getting too big, they have too many products, and it needs to be in the hands of everybody. It's just something that everybody's going to want, period. So I see the company like growing to like $1 trillion company. That's it.
Okay, awesome. Well,
But
hey,
I had
Judith,
a nice time at Let's Go weekend. It was very nice.
awesome. Go ahead, Angie. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
All right. So I hope that a lot of my people are on here. I just want to say, I want to piggyback and reiterate again, these two gentlemen who are wealth managers from Wall Street, they sought out Steve. Steve was sought out the whole Let's Go Weekend conference. To be honest, I was actually walking around like I was his assistant. Not to brag on Steve, but Steve is the expert as far as this whole crypto thing goes. The two gentlemen that sought him out, Steve had asked him would they come over and share with us what they previously shared with Steve. The two gentlemen sat down. They told us they had over 30 years of experience on Wall Street, and they proceeded to tell us that they were wealth managers, which means they manage portfolios of people whose pockets are way deeper than all of ours put together. And what he also said that when they came there, they came for the cryptocurrency side that was going to be backed by gold, as Richard said. They was intrigued by this. They have been following Mr. Sykes for a while and was very astonished at what he was able to pull off, along with Mr. Joseph Heights, his business partner. When they got to the conference is when they found out that there was another side to the Karatbars, which was the whole gold side, which had been in place in the company since 2011. So this kind of like blew their minds. They also sat down and they looked at each and every one of us and said, if you have coins, you will be millionaires. Now, let's go back to what Mr. Sykes said on the platform. Some of us will be billionaires. Some of us will be millionaires. Some of us will be wealthy. And some of us will just have enough money to pay the bills. Now, what does that mean? What that basically means is that everybody who's on this line who got coins, and Stevie, jump in at any time because I'm not the coin expert. Those of us who invested when the initial coin came out, okay, and then the second coin that came in ICO, I don't know how they're planning on doing whatever it is they're going to do, I don't care. But for
I
him,
can explain all that. Don't worry. You keep going.
But for him to tell us, hold on to your coins, you will be millionaires. And again, to piggyback off what Mr. Sykes said, some of us, our parents, they didn't teach us financial education. And as a result of that, is me being a parent myself, who's the product of a millennial child, I didn't teach her how to save money. I didn't teach my other kids how to save money. The generation before that, Generation X or whatever, I can't remember the way that it goes. So the millennials came out of their college or high school with boatloads of debt, okay? So they don't see this. Some of them don't see what's opportunity. You'll never see this again. I know I won't in my lifetime, okay? This is a position to position yourself and your family and your children and your grandchildren and the grandchildren down the line for generations to come, okay? Now, we also have to be financially educated, that when you get this type of money, let's not go out here and buy all these fancy things. As Stevie always says, you have to put money to work. Warren Buffett said it best: profits are better than wages. And something you said in your class, I would want you to kind of like talk about that just 1 second before we go, Steve. I don't think it, to me, I had a spiritual awakening when Dr. Dominique Curry got up on there, and I told him, I said, I don't go to church. I believe in God, but I don't go to church. But what you said stirred up something in my spirit. And this also lets me know that this is going on. I keep hearing this thing in my mind: come out from among them, come out from among them. Okay. God is in this thing. I'm going to tell you that. I have no doubt, no questions in my mind whatsoever. And he's setting a platform for his people to become financially free. Now, there's going to be some that will fall off. There'll be some that will spend their money frivolously. There'll be some that probably want to cash out as soon as the coin maybe gets to $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, whatever. But the ball is in your court now. You all have this information. It's up to you to stay plugged in. I'm talking to my team right now because I have too much going on that I need to reach people now, these businesses down here, about the K Merchant, because the K Merchant is our last opportunity to try to get in and also gain some additional, financial multi-streams of income coming in. So I'm going to be focused on this K Merchant. My folks, you're going to have to get plugged in to the Wednesday night team calls. You're going to have to be abreast of what's going on with your coins. When I come up to the area next week, I will sit down to make sure all your coins is in place. You have your 2FA authenticator on and that you're set to go. But from that point on, folks, you're going to have to take responsibility and follow this on your own. You cannot depend on me to do it. In closing, I want to say, everybody on here, you got coins, you're going to be set. You're going to be set. Now, how you want to be set, it's up to you. Stevie asked me, well, what is it that I want to do? I said, I wanted my grandchildren and their children and generations to come to be financially free. And he told me what I needed to do. And that's what I'm going to do. We may not even have till December the 15th, because already now, Wall Street, these two guys, you better believe they came in through the back door as an affiliate. So just like Richard said, they got 5 of their friends to each drop $100,000 each on this particular affiliate. You better believe they're going to get some other people in on the back door before it goes public. And that's going to be how many coins was going to be left. I don't even know how many coins is left now. But again, there may not be any more coins available. So if you want to get set and make sure you financially secure, I would say get more coins like Mr. Harold Sykes. And with that, I wish everybody, I'm going to turn it back over to you, Steve. I want to thank you again. You did a phenomenal job. I just want to say kudos to you, Steve. I appreciate you and everything that you do for me and my team. And I'm sure everybody else on this call does, because your platform, I've seen you. I see how God has got his hands on you, and how by you helping others, Steve, you are being blessed. And just like that lady with the burqa, she came in and she told you, she gave Steve, because she said, I had to come and meet you all the way from whatever country she was in. Iran, Iraq, I don't know where she was, but I do know she took the time to get to Steve, because I was standing there beside him, and she said, Mr. Coates, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you helped me and my people become free. She said, you were patient with me. I don't know what you were doing with Steve. You explained something. She said, you were patient with me. You did this. And I just want to just thank you. And she prophesied some words over him. And I'm just saying, folks, this man right here, I see Dr. Dominique Curry, they have an anointing on them, an anointing from the Most High. With that, Steve, I'm out.
Thank you, Angie. Truly, I mean, it's an honor being in events like that, because sometimes you don't know the people you affect, and sometimes you don't get to meet them. So to meet them and personally know, and they tell you what you've done, it's totally mind blowing for me at times, because when I help, I don't take record of it. I don't keep record of it. I just do what I'm called to do. I just do what I know I'm purpose to do. So I don't keep record of it. So when people come back and tell me, that's when it gets me like, wow, I ain't even know that. And this has been happening all my life, ever since I was young. And I'm not saying it to tell y'all my story. I'm just saying it's the same with you. Sometimes you don't get the times with who you did help, and they was able to come back as of now. But it will be a time they will. You will see everything you've done. But I'm just telling you now, don't worry about that. Worry about helping and impacting, changing effectively, being effectively uh, purpose filling in somebody's life. Be genuinely sincere to help people, and everything else will come. That's why I'm saying, listen, I got enough. I can say I ain't gotta do nothing else. I don't care. I got, and I'm not saying that the boast, but I'm saying I can go focus on anything. There's one thing for sure, I can arbitrage every day and make enough money if I want. I'm saying that to say that it's because of my purpose, and everyone has a purpose. Somewhere, somehow, it might be the one person. I don't know, but you gotta take this seriously. This will change lives. This is the company. This is the Microsoft of the 2000s. And I'm gonna show y'all when I did the comparison. I'm gonna put it all together and do a whole Zoom on it, or do it. I might do it this weekend at our event. But I'm sharing that with y'all because this is the company that you miss. You miss Google, you miss Apple, you miss Microsoft, you miss Dell, you miss some of those great companies. That's it right here. Here go your chance. Here go your chance. And if you're young, you can live the rest of your life the right way, or you can live the rest of your life the wrong way. The wrong way working for somebody else, helping them build their dreams. The right way, you employing people, helping them. Because some people just want to do what they want to do. You got your money working for you. So listen, I ain't gonna hold y'all no longer. Again, I am wore out. I'm tired. I'm already over 15 minutes. I said it's only gonna be, well, actually 20 some minutes. But I want y'all to know how important this is. We got a great opportunity. Don't miss it. All the leaders that was here at Let's Go Weekend, that was at Let's Go Weekend this weekend. Hey, I want to say, don't stop the fire that you got from that event. I want you to say, take it back, talk to everybody you can, even talk to your team, let them know where you at, and let's get this thing before the hedge funds or the big money, the whales come in and before it go public, so we can be in place and make legacy, and like Harold Site said, passive residual income. This Crypto Steve. I want y'all to know that I'm concerned about with your questions. So if you have any questions, you can always text me. Not right now, but just text me, go on Facebook and ask me, and I'll make sure I answer. I appreciate y'all again. Thanks for all the hard work. Everyone that spoke on this Zoom tonight, you did an excellent job to be called out, just to say, to give your I would say your understanding of what you heard this week. So I appreciate everybody. Again, Crypto Steve, and I'm out.